everyone, and welcome to my channel. I've been absent for quite a long time. I sadly lost my husband very suddenly about 8 weeks ago. It's still very difficult. Books are saving my life, but welcome to my channel where I talk about books and other bonkers things. I'm going to do a vlog. I've never done one before, so this will be interesting. So first of all, I thought I'd give you a little tour of my little library corner, my little book nook, so you can see what it's like. So I've just knocked something over already, so it's a good start, isn't it? But I hope you're all well, and let's go. So this is my reading nook in my living room. There's bookshelves all over the house, but this is where all of my current reads and recent reads are. So there's my lovely comfy chair. There's the cat. Bless him. There's my coffee and my current read, which is, well, actually, at the moment, Kirsty's there because it's my book club tonight. But then I'm currently reading Nelfs, which is great fun, very nostalgic, recommended by the lovely Kelsey at Slime and Slashers. But over here, these are all the books that I've currently recently bought. That's actually for a book club, the Bad Something Book Club, I think, can't remember. My 2 European hauls. I'm waiting for the third one to come so that I can put them all together. And yeah, these ones these ones were 2 presents from my friends Joe, and those ones I got from TikTok shop at a bargain. This is my little homage to The Miracle Sin, Marcus Hawke, which I love that book so much. And yeah, these, the horror and are from a fantastic online shop owned by a lovely woman called Maddie, called Sinister Signs. And then over here, there's some more of the book sitters, and actually these they're actually bookmarks, but I don't use them as such. And there's all sorts of weird and wonderful, strange things. There's my limited editions, special editions. So my Beetlejuice and It, but from my friend Joe. And I always like buy little things, and yeah, it goes on and on and on. And then over here in the corner is all the stuff that I've read. All my Terry Pratchett books, obviously. That's supposed to be standing up. There you go. Won't stand up. Won't stand up. No, won't stand up. Yay! All my Terry Pratchett books. I love Terry Pratchett. It's my favourite fantasy series. That and The Lord of the Rings and Hobbit. And I actually bought all of those as they came out. And as you can see, they're all very, very well read. Then up there is some more dangly things that my friend Steph, friend made for me, and some mainly autobiographies and my Legends and Lattes and Bookshops and Bone Dust prints. Then up there, Discworld stamps, and yeah, so this is where I'm moving things to at the moment. So these are all the books that all there is the books I've read. And these are all the books I've read in the last few months. So I need to sort them out, because some of them I'm not going to keep because I'm not going to read them again. So I will be sorting those out. But yeah. Woo! That was quick, wasn't it? I could never be a film person. This is really very hard. But yeah, so that, my friends, is my book nook. And that's where I film most of my videos. That box down there is a inflatable bed, because my sister and her husband are coming on Sunday to do my garden. And so we don't have a spare bedroom, because there's only my bedroom and then my husband's collection room and my office. So yeah, but yeah, that's a little tour of my library. Yeah, so as I said, it's been a strange couple of months, really. My husband was a lovely man, a complete gentleman. He was only 49, and he had a channel on YouTube called Classic 80s Fanboy, and he collected 80s classic toys. The whole room, I must show you his room at some point, is full of Doctor Who and Master of the Universe and Star Trek and Star Wars and all the rest of it. It's chock-a-block of stuff. So yeah, I miss him very badly, but life has to go on, does it not? Mine's kind of stopped, but for everyone else, I hope everyone's well. And yeah, so I am going to carry on reading. I'm going to be reading Nelfs. This is very good. It's basically about this children's TV show that's got these creatures on called Nelfs, which are a combination of gnome and elves. I mean, makes sense, doesn't it, really? And there's this little girl called Heaven, and she starts having dreams about them being scary. And yeah, it's like a horror. Instead of being cute and lovable, they were ugly and mean. It's very, very nostalgic. Great cover as well, isn't it? Fantastic. And as I say, this was recommended by Kelsey from Slime and Slashers, who's just finished doing Old School April, which I didn't take part in, but I've been on a lot of the live streams and watching the videos. It's been such fun. I must join in next year. It's mainly 90s focused, and I am actually part of the Tales Point Horror Book Club with Shelley, and I've got quite a few Tales Point. You probably saw it when I did the tour just. And I'm really enjoying them, but I was a child in the 70s and a teenager in the 80s. So in the 90s, I was an adult. So a lot of the stuff from the 90s kind of passed me by, really. Perhaps I should do an old school 80s. And that would be, you know, more my thing, really. A lot of the stuff in the 90s. Not that I didn't watch things then, but, you know, I was far more interested in traveling the world and going out and having fun with my friends, to be honest, than reading or watching anything. So I'm much more of an 80s teenager, but yeah, I've really enjoyed it. So this is really, really good. Tonight is the live for my Indie Horror Book Club. We're going to be discussing this, Cursed by Lee Kenny, which is a fantastic little indie horror book. Love it. It's very creepy. If you liked The Ring, The Grudge, that kind of thing, it's proper creepy and very much in that vein, in that kind of Japanese noir horror. So we're going to be discussing that tonight live on Discord. I'm not quite ready to do a TikTok live yet. And yes, coming up this year in August, myself and Trish and a couple of indie authors, Phil Baker and Jim Oddy, we've been discussing for a fair few months now doing a UK indie horror book convention. So after many discussions, we came up with the indie horror chapter. I'll put a little video there, or a little picture. So the idea is that this is going to be the brand going forward, and we're going to move around the country. So chapter 1 is in Birmingham on August Bank Holiday weekend, 24th of August. And all the details, you can see them all on the screen there. Free entry, and there's about 20 indie horror authors going to be there with their books. We're going to be doing author interviews. There's going to be a quiz. We're going to do bring a book, basically a bog off, but instead of buy one, get one free, bring a book, take a book. So we're asking people to attend. If they've got any books they want to unhaul, to wrap it up, put a brief message on the front of what it's about, and then leave a book and pick one up. So like a little library exchange, do you know what I mean? We thought that would be fun. I'm going to be the roving reporter on the day. I'll be possibly live streaming, but certainly if not, vlogging it for the day, which is what I'm practicing now. You're my practice sessions. So I'll be going around interviewing the indie authors. I'm a big proponent of indie horror, and a lot of it, and a lot of conventions for indie horror in the States. This is the first one that's going to be in the UK. We're all very excited about it. So this year it's in Birmingham. Next year it'll be in Reading. The year after it'll be down by me in the southwest. And then who knows where we'll go. Our book will have lots of chapters, but it's very exciting. And in November, I am going to, for the first time, YALC, the Young Adult Literary Convention at Olympiad in Kensington. My husband and I were really excited about it because it was the first time he'd have gone to the Comic Con, which takes place. We've been talking about it for years. I'm very sad that he's not going to be able to do that. But my friend Amelia, Booking Bonkers, is going to come meet me there because obviously I've paid for the hotel and the tickets and everything. And so she's going to meet me there and we're going to do that together. So I'm looking forward to meeting all my friends, author friends, and Instagram and TikTok friends. So that'll be good fun. So that's what I've got planned this year. I'm still going to do all of those things because I think my husband would be quite annoyed if I didn't, to be honest. We've been so excited about our plans for this year. So I will do it and take him with me. So anyway, let's see what else I can find to tell you. In the spirit of old school April, I thought I'd show you one of my most prized possessions. This is my Cindy doll from the 70s. I loved Cindy. Cindy's very British, I believe. I don't think it was anywhere else but in the UK. Barbie wasn't such a big thing in the 70s. It was Cindy. And there was a blonde one and a dark-haired one. I preferred the dark-haired one. Here she is in her clothes. She's in pretty good condition, actually, because all the hair used to come out, you know, because it was all printed individually. But yeah, she looks good, doesn't she? Hello, sweet girl. And this is the main reason why I loved Cindy, because my name is Sharon and everything had big S's on it. This is her wardrobe with her guitar and her clothes. This is my favourite. If I can get it off. This is my favourite dress. Yeah, look at that. So pretty, isn't it? But yeah, so this is her wardrobe. She's got little shelves and what's in there? Oh, her sunglasses are in there. And there's her shoes down there. And an hair clip for some reason. And but yeah, these are her clothes and her scarf. And yes, I absolutely loved it. So there's my little homage to old school 80s. So yeah, I absolutely love her. She's in pretty good nick, isn't she? But yeah, here are all my, I've only just started a collection in the last year really of all the Goosebumps and the Point Horror. A lot of these we've read on the Point Horror Book Club. I love hunting the vintage copies out. This month on Cal's Point Horror we're reading Driver's Dead, which is, I don't know what it is, but yeah, there you go. So that's what we're reading this month. Some Christopher Pikes that were recommended because we read one in the book club, but I didn't really enjoy it. So there's a couple of people in the book club who were massive Christopher Pike fans, and so they recommended these ones to me. So I got all of them. Some Point Horror Unleashed, which are the ones that were released in England or in Britain. I got a few of those. Obviously, Cameron's Fresh Hell, which I absolutely love. And then, of course, my Nancy Drews, which I've just started collecting now. My favourite one when I was a kid, these are from the 70s, was The Hidden Staircase. That's my absolute favourite Nancy Drew mystery. And this one is the new, they just started re-releasing them. And these are the new copies, but I've only just started collecting those. I think there's loads, well, they're all numbered. I mean, one of them's at 52, so I don't know how many there'll be. But yeah, so I'm really enjoying collecting them, actually. It's reminded me so much of when I was a little girl. Because, of course, you know, in the 70s, you didn't really have the choice you had of Point Horror, which was 90s really, and so you really only had Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys, and you went straight from them to Stephen King pretty much. So but whereas there was a lot more choice in the 90s, which is great. I really enjoy Goosebumps as well. So yeah, that's my little 90s haul. As is evidenced by the 80s vibes in our house, this is an original print on metal of 4 of the vehicles from classic 80s shows. My husband was here, he'll be able to tell you who they all were. I know the A-Team and Kit, and I think that's Helicopter. Is it Skywolf? What's it called? Somebody will tell me. So there's that one. Obviously, we've got the Tom Baker print as well. And this one was my husband's pride and joy. I had this commissioned for him by a fantastic artist. He's oil on canvas, and it's obviously the TARDIS. My husband was a huge Doctor Who fan, and that's actually how we met, really. Obviously, the Starship Enterprise. Again, in a nebula. Buck Rogers and Star Wars. So, yeah, that's an original art piece, which both of us absolutely loved. Now, my lovely Point Horror book club family, I have to say and stop and say that the book community across social media, not only on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, my indie horror authors who I'm friends with, there's quite a lot of those because I arc for a lot of them, YouTube, my online book friends, I've been wonderful during this whole period. I've had flowers, I've had gifts, I've had books, I've had presents, I've had calls, I've had messages. I mean, it's been overwhelmingly kind. Really, it has. But one of my friends on the Tales Point Horrible Club is a guy called Eddie, of Eddie's videos. I don't think he's on YouTube, he's on Instagram. And so we decided, he does videos from the 80s and 90s. It's a nostalgic channel. And he had managed to get a copy of something he'd been looking for a long time, and he actually paid quite a lot of money for it. And I thought, I used to love that show. Now, I believe this show was in the 90s, and I remember watching it when I was a bit hungover. Like the Wild Thornberrys, I used to love that cartoon, because it was great if I was hungover and drinking Ribena and trying to sober up, because I was an adult, right? But I used to love this show. And I thought, oh, I'm going to get a copy. So I managed to get one on eBay for 15 quid. Erie, Indiana. This is the complete collection. I believe it was from the 90s. Doesn't actually say on here, does it really? But yes, it's all 19 episodes, chapter points, animated menus, and synopsis. So yeah, I loved it. I loved this show. It was just crazy. And so me and Eddie have decided that in October for Halloween, we're going to do a live discussions on Instagram, discussing each episode. Did they even come out right? Discussing each episode, which we're going to call Eerieween. It's going to be really good fun. It's in really good nick. All the books are still in there. And there's 3. So that's going to be fun, I reckon. So I'm looking forward to rewatching it. I loved this guy who was in it. What's his name? Katz? Something Katz, was it? The blokey? I mean, you'll probably know because you're younger than me. But yeah, I love this show. It was perfect to watch very late at night if I was a little bit drunk, or in the morning when I was sobering up. So yeah, looking forward to that. Eerieween. That'll be over on my Instagram or Eddie's Instagram, probably across both. And we'll be doing some lives over there for that. So that looks good. And I might jump over here and do it as well. Do some synopsis of it. I think it'll be fun. Eerieween. So anyway, that was just a little catch up because I've been away, and to give you a little bit of a idea of getting to know me a little bit more. It's mainly books. It's my whole personality, honestly. I'm hoping to start doing some sprints on a Friday. I think Friday is the only date somebody doesn't... I don't want to interfere with other people doing sprints. And I love Thursday night sprints with Amy McCaw. So I think I'm going to start doing it on Friday, early evening. Because when I do eventually go back to work, Friday's my day off. So I think that'll be fun. But yeah, so just get to know me kind of vlog. If you'd like me to do a tour of my husband's room, which is full of a lot of 80s nostalgia, then please let me know. I could also give you a tour of my office, which is also full of bits I've bought over the years. But if you'd like to see that, let me know. But otherwise, my darlings, you stay safe, stay warm, stay hydrated, and keep reading fantastic books. And I'll see you all soon. Love you.